Hey, what's going on, guys? It's 𝐡𝐨𝐲𝐞 here, and welcome to episode number 3 of Infinite Warfare Best to Worst. In this series, once I get Diamond Camo on a weapon class, I use the class for a while, I've mastered it pretty much, I'll go in and rank each of the weapons from best to worst, so you guys can get a feel of what weapons are the good ones to use, and it's just a fun thing to do overall, see everyone's different rankings and things like that. So this week we are going to be doing the LMGs, the light machine guns, and LMGs are back to being how LMGs are in Call of Duty historically. Black Ops 3 made LMGs just as good as the rest of the guns. Like, LMGs in Black Ops 3 were fantastic. There wasn't a real downside to using them for the most part in Black Ops 3. But now in Infinite Warfare, it's just like how LMGs have been before. They're pretty slow, they're kind of sluggish, and it's not a very popular gun to use, just like it's been in the history of COD. I'd say around Ghost they made LMGs a bit better, but you still don't see many people using them from there on forward. And I feel like that's where they are right now in Infinite Warfare compared to the rest of the guns. We're not talking about variants, because we don't do variants in best to worst, but there are some good variants. But LMGs, they got their slow mobility, slower handling, they're kind of a disadvantage compared to the other weapon classes. But let's get into the list. So at number 1, we have the R.A.W, the best LMG out of them all. Ooh, that was a nice little rhyme right there. And let me say right now, I mentioned this before we get into actual discussing the weapon, the amount of multi-kills I get is crazy with the R.A.W and the MAULER when we get to that later on in the video. It is ridiculous. I had some pretty sick plays, but the R.A.W is the best LMG in my opinion. It kills very, very, very quickly because it is a high damage, bit of a slower rate of fire type of LMG. It is an energy weapon, so you can slap fusion mag on this, which I really like with all the energy LMGs. You can slap fusion mag on it, you have a lot of ammo, and then you shoot and then you don't reload because all your ammo can just regen from the fusion mag. It's like you have infinite ammo and you never have to reload. I really like that about this. But the R.A.W, it doesn't have a lot of recoil. The iron sights do bounce a lot when you do shoot, but the bullets don't move as much. It's kind of just like a visual recoil. It's not like actual recoil, which makes it easy to use at all ranges, mow people down, so long as you're ADS, because the one downside about this weapon is the hip fire for this weapon is absolutely atrocious. Like if you're CQC'd and you're not ADS'd, you're kind of screwed until you snap onto the person because the hip fire is just so bad. Like your bullets just fly around the person on purpose. It's really bad. But if you ADS, this gun is good at all ranges, kills people quickly, and once I'm done prestiging, I get Dark Sky. Probably going to make a class with this weapon and try it out. Maybe throw stock on it because I feel stock would be a good attachment for this weapon. But that's the R.A.W at number 1. At number 2, we have the MAULER, which is like an improved chainsaw from Call of Duty Ghost, so you guys played that. This LMG has improved hipfire accuracy. It's very, very accurate hipfire. It has the highest rate of fire out of all of the LMGs. You really want to hipfire when you're with this weapon, but you can ADS. It does have some recoil. It's kind of bouncy. It has this very violent kick, but it's in a tight cone, so it's somewhat controllable and easy to use at a distance. Something that I like to use on this is silencer. I feel like it reduces recoil for some reason. Probably not, but I like silencer on this weapon because this is like a very active LMG. You can rush with this thing. You throw laser sight on this and rush and just hit fire, transition to aiming down sights. You can just run all over the place. You throw man at arms on from Merc and have max movement speed. You can just be very active with this LMG and get a lot of multi-kills. You could use it as like a quote-unquote normal LMG and just ADS most of the time. If you do that, it's not as great of an LMG, which puts it just below the R.A.W, but I thoroughly enjoy using the MAULER. So that's that at number 2. And finally at number 3, the worst, there's only 3 LMGs in Infinite Warfare, is the Titan. Now compared to the R.A.W, the Titan has less damage, a higher rate of fire, more ammo, which you get 100 bullets, which is kind of nice, and it has more recoil. It has this little built-in sight, which is cool, I guess, but I never do well with this weapon. It's hard to use, it's very inconsistent. I think the biggest problem with this thing is its recoil. Even with the grip, this thing kicks and wobbles so much. Like, if you guys use the Dingo in Black Ops 3, it kind of feels like that, but when you shoot it, you're like shaking the gun as you shoot it, and just bullets go all over the place. It's really bad, and it makes it hard to hit stuff at a distance unless you burst fire the weapon. I mean, this thing has less range than the R.A.W. It just, it has all the other negatives of LMGs just in general in Infinite Warfare. Slower movement speed, slower handling, all that stuff. It just makes the weapon complete garbage in my opinion. Like, the Raw is way better at all ranges. The MAULER is better even with the recoil at all ranges. It excels in close quarters combat. The Titan just sucks. Like, I thought I liked it in the beta because it's high damage, it shoots fast, but I'm probably never going to use this weapon again. It's probably the worst weapon out of all the ones I've ranked so far among the ARs and the SMGs. Like, this thing, I absolutely hate it. It's the worst weapon, and let me know what you guys think down below in the comments, because that's it for today's best to worst. Again, feel free to leave your own best to worst list down below in the comments. You can comment on mine. You can let me know if you guys agree. Just let me know something down below in the comments, and hopefully you guys enjoyed. For the next best to worst, we're going to be doing shotguns. I'm nearly completed diamond camo on those. So, you know, as always, guys, thanks for watching. I'm Skater. Be sure to subscribe for future gaming Call of Duty content if you guys aren't already. Like the video if you liked it. Dislike if you disliked it. And I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace out.